Yo, what's up guys? So today we will be reacting to Osho, Jesus Never Died on the Cross. I actually did an in-depth video on this in the past where I used biblical evidence to say the same thing that he's saying, just more in depth. So you guys should definitely go check that out. Point of this video, guys, question what you've been told, question your epistemology. How do you know what you know? Okay? Why do you trust the sources of information that you got the information from? Right? The key is to trust your own direct experience and think more critically about things. Okay? So, anyway, without further ado, let's see what Osho has to say about Jesus.
The resurrection of Jesus Christ may be possible, but not the resurrection of Christianity.
Ah, interesting here. So he's saying the resurrection of Jesus Christ is possible, but not the resurrection of Christianity. Yet, he just said that Jesus never died on the cross. So what does he mean by that? He's talking about Christ consciousness. The resurrection of Jesus Christ. Christ consciousness, okay? The consciousness of what you actually are. The experience, the being of your true nature as nothingness, as infinity, as God. Right? That is Christ consciousness. Jesus said, I and the Father are one. That means that he, the ego, Jesus, is one with the Father, God. And so are you. Jesus also said, ye are gods. Okay? So we are literally God looking through different windows. You can have a direct experience of you being God. And this is what Osho is saying. Christianity, there is no resurrection of Christianity, right? Because spirituality is taking over. People realize that religion is limited. Okay? Religion deals with concepts, beliefs, and symbols and faith, which is all limited. It keeps you from having a transcendent experience because your mind, you get caught up in your imagination and your mind limits you. Okay? So basically, spirituality is like actually watering the plant to help it grow. All right? Religion is just like planting a plant and just like praying and like hoping that it'll grow because you heard that it might grow in some book. You know what I'm saying? So spirituality is about the direct experience and religion is about some beliefs and stuff. Now, these beliefs and concepts are still important and they actually, like God, wouldn't be God if it weren't for your concepts about God, right? The experience of being God wouldn't be the same if it weren't for the concepts about God. So religion still has its place, but it's limiting. Does that make sense? It's limiting, so don't let it limit you.
In fact, Jesus never died on the cross.
We're going to speed this up a little bit. Osho is the slowest motherfucker I've ever... Oh my God, it's already on... Jesus Christ, it's already on 2 times speed.
And there have been known cases where people have existed almost 6 days.
Okay, so what he's saying here... Look, so many people who believe in the resurrection of Jesus Christ haven't even read the goddamn Bible, okay? And they haven't done their research. They just believe stories that they've been told. Osho has read the Bible. I have read the Bible. Jesus died in 6 hours on the cross. Is that possible? No. Okay? In fact, I'm not joking. I am not joking. I have been thinking about doing it myself. Should I do it? Let me know in the comments below. You cannot die from a crucifixion. I want you to think. There are nails in your hands and your feet. You're hanging like this. Do you think you can die in 6 hours? No. People have survived weeks on that shit. Literally weeks. Can you die in 6 hours? No. Jesus died in 6 hours. It's literally the shortest crucifixion that's ever been, like, that's ever happened. Okay? Wake up. Wake the fuck up.
On the cross without
In fact, I believe it's in Mark 15:44. Pontius Pilate actually was surprised. You can look this up. He was surprised that Jesus had died so early. Okay, there's evidence in the Bible that Jesus, it was an act. Osho will get to this, I believe.
Jesus was taken down from the cross only after 6 hours. There is no possibility of his dying on the cross. It was a conspiracy.
A conspiracy, I call it an act. He calls it a conspiracy. That's a little dark. I think it was a beautiful act.
Sympathizer of Jesus and Pontius Pilate.
Okay, so this is interesting. He says Pontius Pilate is in on it. Possibly. Okay, possibly. Judging from what I have read, it is possible that the whole act could have taken place with Pontius Pilate not in on it. Okay? So, you can, again, look at my video where I go into this in depth, but Jesus announced he was going to die. He acted. He said, I'm going to die. Who says they're going to die right when they die? Come on. And the Centurion, who was said in the Bible to be a believer, right, looked at Jesus as he was taken down from the cross, And then the only way Pontius Pilate checked to see if Jesus was alive or dead, he didn't go check his pulse, anything like that. He literally just asked the centurion. Now the centurion, being a believer, right? Obviously, if Jesus says something, like, the centurion's going to believe it. So Pontius Pilate didn't check at all. Now, that does seem, who knows? They did things differently back in the day. You don't have these medical doctors where you check your pulse and everything like that. It's a different time period. You have to understand that. So now, could it be that Pontius Pilate just actually didn't check Jesus, or was that part of the plan too? Where Pontius Pilate was just like, yeah, I mean, well, we planned this before, so yeah, he's dead. You know what I'm saying? So Pontius Pilate could have been on it, but it's also possible that he wasn't. Okay? But the point is, people were in on it, and it was obviously an act. And that's what Osho was saying.
To crucify Jesus as late as possible on Friday. Because on Saturday.
So this is actually debatable what day Jesus was crucified on. The next day was the Sabbath, but there are actually 70 different Sabbaths. There's a Sabbath every day of the week, so 52 of those, but there are also like holidays. So this was also around the time of the Passover Sabbath. So it's very possible that Jesus could have been crucified on a Thursday, and that would give 3 whole days and nights until a Sunday. That doesn't really matter, though. That's just kind of irrelevant. But yeah, the point is that they did play into the whole like Sabbath day thing, so it was a perfectly like planned event, right? They did this on a certain day, if that makes sense. That's what he's trying to say.
Jews stop everything. Their Sabbath does not allow any act. So by the evening of Friday.
Right, and so it might be strategic like that because people are less likely to go and snoop around the tomb. Like, it's a Sabbath day, so people are like resting. There's probably a reasoning behind all of this that goes a lot deeper than any of us could possibly imagine. But the point is, it's an elaborate plan.
Everything stops. The arrangement was that Jesus will be crucified late afternoon. So before sunset, he is brought down. He may be unconscious because so much blood has fallen out of the body, but he was not dead.
Exactly. Or see, Osho is given he's given this story a little too much credit. I mean, maybe, but he literally announced he was going to die, right? Can you know exactly when you're going to go unconscious? It's much easier to just act unconscious. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he was, most likely, I believe, he was just acting unconscious. But the point was, it was a plan. Crucify him in the afternoon, then 6 hours later at nighttime, take him down, put him in the tomb at night, and 3 days. Because Jesus said beforehand he would be in the earth for 3 days and 3 nights, right? So it was part of this plan.
Then he should be kept in a cave.
It was Joseph of Arimathea's tomb.
Sabbath ends.
So it was his friend's
and Jews
tomb.
hang him again. His body should be stolen by his followers.
Right. So it was Joseph of Arimathea's tomb, this rich noble. That's who he gave the body to. They don't give the body to like doctors. There's no evidence in the Bible of any sort of funeral, of any sort of like people like looking at his dead body. There's no like first-hand evidence of some like dead body, right? The body, right after he fell unconscious acting, was given to his friend Joseph of Arimathea, put him in a pre-planned tomb, and stayed there for 3 days in order to put on this act.
The tomb was found empty. And Jesus was removed from Judea as quickly as possible. And as he was again healthy and healed, he moved to India. And he lived
he's like, fuck these people, man. These people are so unconscious. I'm going to save their asses by putting on this like giant play, right? And then I'm out of here. I'm going to India where the real spirituality lies. I'm going to go meditate with the gurus.
112 years.
112 years. So, of course, because he's very healthy in the mind, he's producing a lot of endogenous DMT. His neuroplasticity is through the roof, and so obviously he lived a lot longer. So that's basically it. Jesus was an enlightened being. He wasn't some fairy godparent. All right, you can be like Jesus if you want to be. It's just your goddamn mind holding you back. You guys want to help me? Let's go do the same fucking thing. I'm thinking, should I crucify myself for 6 hours in Zilker Park? I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I will do that. But see, you guys will know that it's fake because you watch this video, so it won't have the same impact, unfortunately. But anyway, I love you guys. Have a good one. Peace.